Hey guys, Christina here, and I am a big fan of finances, of budgeting, of reading financial books, of trying to save money. And so when I find something that really has made a difference in our financial journey, I like to share it with other people. So I wanted to talk today about the budgeting software You Need a Budget, otherwise known as YNAB, YNAB, because it really has made a difference in our finances and in our ability to save money and to de-stress about money. It may sound dramatic, but it really has changed our lives in quite a big way. So if you're not familiar with it, it is an app that you download. There is a monthly subscription that's $11.99 US a month, or you can pay a yearly subscription that's $59 US for the year. Now for 4 years we used an older one where we paid a one-time fee, but then last year we actually upgraded to this newer one where we are paying a fee. I do not pay many membership or annual fees for things, but this is absolutely worth it. So it's based on 4 principles. The first one is to give every dollar a job. The second one is to embrace your true expenses. The third one is to roll with the punches. And the last one is to age your money. So I'm going to talk about those, but I'm going to actually start with the fourth one, because the ultimate goal with this budgeting software is to get a month ahead. What that means is that you live on last month's income. So anything that I'm spending this month in November is money we earned in October. And I know that can be a little confusing sometimes, but basically any money that comes in October gets earmarked for November and you don't touch it. And this has made a huge difference for us for a few reasons. For many, many years, we've had a variable income. Every month has been different. So trying to budget when you're not exactly sure what the income is going to be that month is really challenging. So when you actually live on last month's income, when you get to the first of the month, you already know exactly down to the cent how much you have to spend or to budget or to save for that month. And that also means you have an automatic 1-month emergency fund, which is a big deal because when you're living paycheck to paycheck and you don't have any savings, that's really scary. For me, I used to check our bank account quite frequently. I had to figure out, okay, this money's coming in here and I have to pay this bill and I have to fix the dates to make sure I had enough money in our account to pay our bills. But with it being living on last month's income, the money is there. I don't have to worry about what date bills are coming out because the money's there. It's fine. Now, I know people who are living paycheck to paycheck, it can be hard to get that month ahead. And that's why it's the fourth principle. They're their fourth rule. You work up to it to the point where you can do that. The other thing that's really important is that it helps you with zero-based budgeting. And what that means is you're assigning every single cent a job. It's going to bills, it's going to housing, it's going to food, it's going to birthday gifts, it's going to savings. And so you know down to the cent how much money you have. Now the app is available on a bunch of different devices. So like I have it on my computer, but I also have it on my phone. So when I'm out, I can put the information right away in and it's just there. I don't have to do anything else. You and your husband can share the same budget on our separate phones or on our computers, which allows us to stay connected and to know what we spent, what we haven't spent, and where our budgeting stands at that time. It's really simple and easy to keep track of. You enter the date, the store or where you purchase from, a category for it, which I'll talk more about in a sec, and then there's a little memo area that you can write notes on, and then how much is either coming in or going out. And it has a really good feature too that on the side you can check if it's cleared or not. So like it takes a couple days to go through, you can tell what's cleared, what's not cleared, and exactly how much you have in your bank accounts. So the second part is embrace your true expenses. What that means is things like sinking funds. So you have things that come up every year that you have to pay for, but you don't necessarily pay every month, right? It's like once every 6 months, once every year, car insurance, home insurance, or saving up for things like birthdays or Christmas. Christmas only comes once a year. So sinking funds are where you put money in every month so that by the time you need it, you have the money you need. And that's what this category means, is that you set it up so that when that car payment is due, you're not scrambling that month to get the money from your income. You've already put a little bit away every single month and you're good to pay it. I really like about the way YNAB sets this up two things. First of all, I like that it's pretty much like a digital envelope system. So if you've ever done a cash envelope system, which we did for years, where you have your little categories and envelopes, and when you get paid, you divvy up the money. I had some problems with it. I liked it overall, but when we did the cash envelope system, I didn't like having a lot of cash in our house when we got towards like the car payment or like the insurance or the house insurance, those bigger things that only happen once or twice a year. I also found it was hard to keep track of, and sometimes I would leave without taking the money with me, and that would cause a problem because then if I used my debit card, I had to try and figure that out, and lots of taking money out of the bank and putting it back in to take it back out. It was just kind of a hassle. So with this, you can have all these different categories and all these different envelopes, but it's done digitally. So you can keep your money in one account if you want to, or multiple accounts. But every time you spend money, it comes out from that budget or that category. And when you put money in, you can put it into that category. So two things. With the sinking funds, there's a little section you can choose a goal, either by date or amount or how often, and it will keep track for you, tell you how much you need to put in each month in order to meet that goal that you've set. And the thing I do like about this too is that if something happens and you're a little short one month, then it automatically like rejigs it, and next month it will tell you the new amount that you need to put in, which is really handy. There's also a little color-coded system and a little like wheel, the thing going around telling you what percentage you've met of your goal. So it's very visually motivating as well, and those visual cues are there. So that just makes life so much easier, that when I buy something, that money's taken out of the category and that's it. I know how much I have, and I can save those for those expenses that come a couple times a year really, really simply. So the third part is roll with the punches. And what that means is that if something unexpected happens, if you say budget $500 for food, but you end up spending $550, that money has to come from somewhere within your budget. And so it's really easy to just change an amount and play around with it until it equals zero. And I find that's really helpful for me, and I can keep track really easily. If I need to move money from one category to another, it's very simple and it's all there. They also have a lot of charts, or they call them reports, which are features you can use either by date, category, bank account, anything, to see kind of where your money's going. If you want to find out how much have I actually been spending on groceries compared to the rest of my income, there's a lot of different things you can play with there, which is really cool. I also like their search feature because you can go to your budget or your bank account or different accounts you have there, and you can search, like if I want to know how much I paid for something last year, or if I want to know what date did I pay this, I can search and it pulls it up really quickly, which I find so helpful instead of trying to dig through receipts or bank accounts, which sometimes can be pretty vague. Now, YNAB also offers support classes. They have YouTube videos, they have tutorials and like learning classes all the time going on to help you learn how to use the software, but also, more importantly, to help you learn how to manage your money in different ways. I really appreciate it. The other thing I do like about it too is the way it deals with credit cards. Yes, our family does have credit cards. We don't have credit card debt. We pay it off every month, but we use our credit cards as a tool. So if I pay by something, like if I go buy groceries and it's $200 and I pay with a credit card, I still put that category came from the groceries. So even though I need to pay my credit card off at the end of the month, that money already shows that it's been taken from the category of groceries, and now I have whatever's left. And it just makes it so much easier to keep track. So when I go to pay my credit card off, I don't have to find extra money for something because it didn't add up, because it's already been taken. That money has already been assigned. So I really appreciate that. I find that's an easy way to do it. And again, it just makes my life so much easier. I found overall YNAB has helped us in our savings goals. It's helped us to track where we're spending money, where can we cut money, where are we underfunding. Like, I think when I started, I realized that I wasn't putting it away enough for our car renewal, like the thing you have to do every year. And so I started putting more away, and then I wasn't short when I needed it. So it's just been so much less stressful for us. It's helped us save more money, and it's helped us to be more organized and mindful with our money, which I really appreciate. Yes, again, there is a subscription cost, but it is totally worth it. If you want to give it a try, they do have a 34 free day trial. Honestly, it will take you a few months to get used to the software, but you can download it and give it a try. I'll put the link down below. If you are interested in actually purchasing the software, if you go to my personal links, I do have a referral code there that will give you 1 month free. But just try that free one first and kind of get a feel for it and see if you like it. But I guarantee you, the changes and the principles and the rules they have really make a huge difference in money management and your relationship with money. If you've used YNAB before, let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite part about it is. If you have any questions, leave it down below. I'm sure I haven't covered everything, but if you have questions, ask and I will try and answer them for you. Otherwise, I hope this finds you having a great day. Take care.